Hello everyone, so I'm Sarah Jane and this is my channel, Stephania Jane 23. If this is the first time you are here, welcome to my channel. I make videos every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time, so if you haven't already, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and you'll be able to see the rest of my videos. Today's video is going to be 7 things that I've learned since I have graduated college. These are things that I kind of wish someone had told me was going to happen after graduating, and I just thought that I would make a list and share them with you as well. Just as a quick disclaimer, if you want to know why I'm wearing sunglasses, I made a whole video about it and you can click here to watch that video. So just as a little quick intro, I went to Wofford College. It's a small private liberal arts school in South Carolina. I majored in English and minored in Chinese, and I have been out of college for about a year and a half now. Number one, your undergraduate major doesn't actually matter. So it can help, it can definitely help, but it does not necessarily mean that it is going to be what you get a job in later. For example, I know a couple people who studied psychology, but they're not actual psychologists now. They do things completely different than that. But at the same time, like, my major has been helpful. I'm an English major, so in my field of what I do at work, I work in logistics, and I have to write a lot of papers. So being an English major was actually super helpful because I am used to writing long papers. So I'm used to having to speak eloquently in papers. Therefore, being an English major was helpful for that. But I'm not an English teacher, as most people think. I don't know why people think that if you study English, you'll be an English teacher, because I'm not an English teacher. Number two, you have to sell yourself. And I think that's actually really difficult for me because I'm not really big about tooting my own horn. I'm not really big about any of that kind of stuff. I'm actually really big about being like really humble. But in the job market, no one else is gonna sell you. You have to be able to sell yourself. Therefore, you have to really understand what your good qualities are and what stand out and what makes you unique and why someone should hire you or keep you around. So you don't necessarily have to brag, but you have to be confident in what you're good at and your skills and in your talent. And that confidence will shine through and other people will be able to see it. Number three, I don't know if other people had issues with this, but during college, I ate at a dining facility a lot and I didn't have to pay for food because it was part of my scholarship. However, since graduating, there is no more free dining facility and food can be expensive. So you have to like learn how to budget, and you have to realize that, hey, like, eating out all the time gets really expensive. I had a job lined up right after college. Like, I had one day of summer and I immediately started work, and the first month I ate out all the time. It was fun, I had money, it was cool, it was awesome, it was good, I didn't have to worry about anything. And then I calculated how much money I spent at the end of the month and it was crazy expensive, and I realized that, hey, not gonna do that anymore. Since then, I have done a lot of meal prepping or cooking at home, and if you guys want me to make a video about that, I can do that too, because I feel like I have meal prepping down to a science now. Number four, keep in contact with your instructors. Oftentimes, I don't know pieces of information, and it's actually something that I might need for my job, and so I actually reach back and I email them or I give them a phone call. So hopefully you made good connections while you were in college and you've kept in touch with those people. If not, I'm sure once you like tell them like, hey, like, I didn't keep in contact with a couple teachers and I needed their advice on something, and I was like, hey, you know what, I was a student at Wofford, I took your class, I took this class, and I have a question because I think that you might be able to be the subject matter expert and I would really like your opinion about this. And I guarantee you, they'll probably be willing to help you. Number five, and I hate to say this because it sounds so harsh, but there is a harsh reality once you realize that no one is gonna care more about you than yourself. I think some people might experience this when they first leave for college. I think some people probably go really far away from school and maybe their parents don't visit a lot. I know that my best friend, she was really far away for school, but her parents visited all the time. I was really close to my parents' home and like my hometown where I went to school. It was only like an hour away, and so I could constantly always see my family. I could constantly always hang out with some of my old friends. But some jobs require you to move away. Like, I lived in South Carolina for most of my life and I had to get up and move to Kansas for my job. So to do that, I don't get to see them a lot anymore, and it definitely is more of an effort to keep in contact with them. It doesn't even mean just parents, it's like teachers too. I know that a lot of my teachers during college looked out for me. Like, they were like, hey, like, I think that you should do this, this, and this, and that might progress you more in this area. Like, they're wanting to help you. But once you get out of the educational sphere, no one really cares more necessarily about you, and you kind of have to take a grip on reality and realize that you hold the hands of your future and that you have to do what needs to get done. Now, not to say that going to college in general, you had to do that anyways. You had to do that process to go to college and make that decision, but it's just a lot harder when you don't have that support of family necessarily around you if you do have to move away. Probably a prime example of this is if you did click on that video that I mentioned earlier, you saw how I struggled through my LASIK surgery, and my parents had volunteered to come, and I told them originally not to because LASIK is supposed to be an easy experience. And when I did have a bad surgery, it was far for them to come and see me and help me, and it was just a bad situation where I did not know a lot of people here, and here I am struggling to recover from this surgery, and I just really didn't have anybody. Number 6, bills really do suck. So I was really fortunate in that I had a full ride to college. I didn't have to pay for food, I didn't have to pay for books, I didn't have to pay for any of that stuff, and which was awesome, and I saved so much money. But now I have entered reality and bills are terrible, especially because I just bought a new car, and the car payment monthly and then my rent just make me want to beat my head against the wall. So I've had to learn how to manage my finances properly, and I've watched a ton of videos and I've done a lot of research on how to be able to do this efficiently. And if you guys want me to make a video on that, I can share a video on how I manage my finances. I've kind of found a method that's worked for me. There's so many things that you can try. There's so many things out there that are resources for you. Number 7, I have to say it's kind of the one that has been the biggest to kind of swallow. Real friendships are hard to find. Real friendships are hard to find. Yeah, so I just wanted to emphasize that I wish I had understood the value and the beauty of a true friendship when I still lived in college and still lived in South Carolina, and I had all those awesome, great friends. Because moving to Kansas, I am in a male-dominated work environment. Therefore, it can be difficult to find those true girlfriends. I'm not saying you can't be friends with dudes. I have friends with lots of dudes, but I crave that female friendship, and that is something that is difficult to find. And it takes time, and it takes a lot of being able to hang out with that person and being able to understand them and them understanding you to be able to create that friendship. And I wish that I had just realized how beautiful the friendships were that I had when I was at home. Now, that isn't to say that I'm not gonna have awesome friendships here. I do have girlfriends here. It is just going to take a while to be able to have that connection with them that I did with my connections at home. And that is just something, of all the things I knew were coming my way, I knew bills were coming my way, I knew I was gonna have to find a new place to live, I knew that I was gonna probably have to get a new car. Of all the things I knew were coming my way, I didn't realize that finding those good lasting friendships was something that was gonna be kind of more difficult than I anticipated. So those are my 7 things that I have learned since graduating college. I hope you guys found this video interesting. It was just kind of something that hit me. I was just like, you know, I saw a girl, I don't remember her name, and I briefly watched her video because I was in the middle of work, but some of those things that she said, I was thinking to myself, you know what, I wish that someone had spoke to me and I had seen a video or something about kind of what to expect after college. What are you going to see and feel after college? And I wish someone had had that talk with me, and that's why I'm making this video right now, is because I want someone to be able to have the talk with you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video is really helpful to you guys. Follow me on other social media if you want to see more of me. You'll be able to watch my last video if you want to, and yeah, I will see you guys in another video. Bye bye.